Alright, guess we're live. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the third and final day of the Coin-Op Classic. Lots of great arcade games getting played here on Multibrawlr, Multi for shorts, or Lycan Liturgy on YouTube. And kind of wear different hats, and Lycan games are one of those hats, I guess. It's just been a genre I've been a huge fan of. And we got a nice little Lycan block to start off this marathon this morning, which should be nice. I'll be playing a few games, the opponent will be playing some games, and I believe Desert Eagle is playing a game, so it should be a fun time. It's a fun genre, but like, a lot of stuff really has sort of gotten in the way of Lycan games technologically, with CRTs no longer being made. But different Lycan solutions have emerged for the home market in recent years, and I'm playing one of them. This is the gun for IR, which uses 4 infrared sensors around the screen that gauges where I'm aiming. It's not perfect, it does have its flaws, but I do enjoy it for the most part, and let's see how it goes for this first game here. I guess I'll be playing a few games now. So this will be Virtual Cop, which came out from Sega in 1994. Thank you, copyright screen. This was influential, I believe, in that this was the first 3D Lycan game that was made. Right, but one of the first ones at the very least. I'll coin up here and start shortly, and this is on an arcade board that was super influential, and we'll be playing 2 more games on it. Sega Model 2, and this is an emulator. So I'm gonna get started here. I'll press start in 3, 2, 1. Start. So this is a Lycan game, obviously. You're just pointing with a gun and shooting. It's a pretty simple game of shoot the bad guys and don't shoot the good guys. So yeah, my shots are registering. There we go. Oh wow, I got the justice shot on the first guy. I've actually never had that happen. That's pretty good. So this is a simple game of just shoot the bad guys. You'll see the kind of targeting reticles appear around them that indicates the threats that are coming and how much time you have left to shoot the guy before he shoots you. And you don't want to shoot the hostages, and this place is crawling with hostages, and they will get in the way. And as the franchise continues, they start throwing more hostages your way. So, the scoring strategy in this game, every enemy dies in a single shot, but you can shoot enemies up to 3 times if the game allows you. Some enemies you can only shoot in a single shot for some reason, and you can't shoot them afterwards. I'm not sure why. It's just the game is a bit inconsistent in that regard. But every hit to an enemy scores points and increases the combo gauge in the top left-hand corner of the screen. The objective is to fill the combo gauge as much as you can. Each time you fill the combo gauge, so we're going to try to fill it now. It's a little bit there. Each time you fill the combo gauge like that, it increases the score multiplier. The score multiplier starts at a minimum of 1x and can reach a max of 9x. So this multiplies all the scoring your gets. If you take damage, it will dock 2x off the multiplier. So the whole scoring strat, basically, shoot enemies as fast as possible, try to get 3-hit combos as you can, max the combo gauge. This part's hard, you kind of want to be careful shooting those guys because the hostage gets in the way. Max the combo gauge out at 9x. Once you're at 9x, then you probably should focus on getting justice shots. A justice shot is shooting the weapon out of the guy's hand. And in this game they called it a nice bullseye, but then in the sequels they called it justice shots instead. And it's worth like 5,000 points, I think. It's the most valuable thing you can shoot on an enemy. And at 9x, do the math, that's 45k points, so want to get that going as much as possible. There's a nice bullseye. I'm going to call it justice shot for convenience. Missed just a shot there. So Virtual Cop is pretty light on story, but you play as Rage and Smarty, 2 detectives of the Virtua City Police Department, just basically trying to stop crime. as the franchise continues, mostly prevalent in Virtual Cop 3, they start throwing more story at you, but many of these light gun games are not particularly well known for plot. The good news is that you don't really have to understand or care about the story to like the games, although I am one of those weird people who actually like story in light gun games. This is the dock, the first stage. More hostages. I've got the automatic. This is the best weapon in the game, simply because you get more shots and you reload less. However, the game will try to throw other special weapons at you, like here. The shotgun. You don't want to pick that up. If you pick up a different weapon than the one you have currently, it overwrites your current weapon. So if I shot the shotgun, I would have lost the automatic, and I've gotten the shotgun instead. So you actually do want to be careful, because sometimes weapons spawn from certain enemies, and there's a few weapons you kind of don't want. You kind of mostly just care about the automatic, and that's it. Shit the guy out of the crate. This part's kind of weird. These guys, you don't want to... Oh. Hang on. It's kind of hard to do commentary in these games. The two enemies that popped up after the X guy, you want to shoot them slowly, because if you shoot them too quickly, you'll actually, when the camera pans left, you wind up accidentally shooting the hostages instead. They get in the way of the next enemy. So I deliberately be a bit slow on those two particular guys. This is the first boss. But going for counter-stop scoring today, I do have chat pulled up. I'm not going to look at chat too much while I play. I'll try to get the counter-stop. We'll see what happens. No promises, but... So, for those who don't know, this game actually has a... I'm terrible at math. This game has a hard maximum to the score counter in the arcade. It's like 9,999,999. So you can't reach the maximum. And to reach the maximum scoring in this game, a lot of us, it's basically just try not to take damage if possible, and just max out the combo gauge. So it kind of meshes with the strategy I mentioned before. Anyway, that's the first boss. Pong. And bosses in this game mostly just boil down to shoot the projectiles. Medium stage. You notice I'm also playing the levels in order: easy, medium, and hard. That's going to be relevant later. So this is the second stage. Nice bullseye. Thanks, game. There's also a weird scoring quirk in which when an enemy kind of jumps up somewhere, and you shoot them just as they land, you'll get like 1,000 points as a bonus. Or if you shoot the grenade throwers at the right time, it's kind of weird. And that mechanic actually was returning Ghost Squad, another Sega AM2 game. There actually was a secret extra life back there. You have to like blow up the barrel on a certain enemy. I never really go for it, but it is there. Otherwise, there are 2 other bonus lives in the game. So now we're on the construction site. So this was a genre of games I played a lot with my dad growing up. Also, the Dead was the first, but you know, it was just the genre that got me into arcades in general. It's a fun genre. It's worth it. I mean, anyone can enjoy it. Just pick up a gun and shoot. And if you want to look into the game deeper, like if you want to obsess about lore, or if you want to, in such a vague game as it is, or scoring, or 1cc play, a lot of these games offer that. It's a fun genre, and it's definitely worth it. A lot of modern, newer light gun games are not designed for 1 credit play, but there are a few in recent years that still are 1cc-able, which is nice. So the dream is somewhat still alive. That's the first scene. I think a machine gun's coming up here. Yeah, this is the scene. Grenade thrower. I know there was a port for this game on PlayStation 2, and they updated the graphics. They also fixed the counter-stop problem, So the score counter actually does not have a maximum, excuse me, in that game. There's a machine gun. I'll just get rid of the machine gun there. One of my favorite things about this game is that they overlay enemies on top of each other like that, and you can just blast through them, and I love the sound design too for shooting enemies. Those guys won't hurt you, they just kind of run through the camera. I'm gonna shoot the window of that truck because particular enemy coming up that'll be driving the truck, and you have to shoot the glass and then the dude, but you can just take care of the glass immediately and you should be halfway there. Alright, I'm at times 9 now, I guess. So now you kind of want to go for just a shot if possible. Sometimes the game just doesn't give you a just a shot, despite the fact that you kind of feel in your mind that you actually shot the guy in the head. There are some... It was just a shot. It was just a shot. There are some inconsistencies with this game which would get fixed with sequels, and we'll be playing Virtual Cop 2 next, which was a game I think that really fixed a lot of that. And it's definitely super consistent in Virtual Cop 3. More hostages. Sorry if I sound sleep deprived. It is kind of got up in the morning here just to get ready. Wow. Okay, well, I actually avoided damage a frame away. So you have to shoot the guy in the crane, and he nearly got... Which is actually annoying because the crane gets in the way in the background. I've never actually had that happen before. Well, it's the marathon first. Wow. Extra life. Alright, more grenade throwers. And then the guy just appears out of nowhere. Help me! I don't want to die.
Help me!
It's kind of a safer strat. Just shoot the grenades thrown by the guy and try to take care of just a shot from the other guys if possible. More enemies. Got on the right. A common question I get asked from people on my stream is like, how do you get better at like-in games? It's a lot of it is really memorization. These enemies pop up in the same places every time, so you just got to be prepared to shoot them down. So this is always kind of hard because the game is going to throw a machine gun in your face, and it would be ideal if I didn't miss it, or if I didn't collect it, excuse me, so I can keep my automatic. It's not detrimental, but it would be nice not to pick it up. So I don't lose my automatic. So there's the machine gun. I shot the guy once. This is gonna be hard.
Help me!
Wow. Move forwards. Machine gun spawns, and I still have the automatic. Okay, cool. So if I were to pick up the machine gun, I would have lost the automatic, which is not. Again, like, you could still beat this boss without the automatic. It's just nice that you have a weapon that reloads a lot less frequently. So the first boss was named Kong, so it makes perfect sense that the second boss was named King. And just more projectiles. These enemies actually shoot a lot quicker than what the reticles on them actually tell you. So you want to take care of them as fast as possible. They're the only enemies in the whole game that have that property, in which they actually shoot faster than what the game tells you, so you do not want to let them on screen for very long. So the boss kind of just is a coward. He runs away and he sends his goons after you to do the dirty work. More projectiles. Stop laughing at me. Actually, I never heard him laugh before. I guess it's an idle animation after a phase. Also, enemies, bosses tend to get iframes after you shoot them or before they attack. So they have periods of invulnerability you have to deal with. Like that. You can't just shoot them like crazy. That was a justice shot, but that was on the wrong arm. But I didn't kill the guy, so should have counted. But it has to. You have to shoot the weapon out of his hands. All right, and Kong is dead, or King is dead. The king is dead. I keep getting confused. All right, final stage. So now we've cleaned up the docks. We've secured the construction site, and now we're on to the evil headquarters. Very subtle name. So this is what I was talking about, these enemies that jump. You shoot them just as they land. There, no. There, like that, I got it that time. You see, they're actually worth 1,000. There. There. It's another kind of subtle scoring quirk, but kind of interesting. There's a guy who picks up a shotgun, or drops a shotgun, I don't want it. I'll stick with a pistol. This part of the game, it's too early there. I got that. This is the part of the game where they start throwing hostages your way behind enemies. So this definitely is the most difficult of the stage. We'll see how it goes. 1, 2, hostage. There you go. There's a rifle in that barrel. You don't want to pick it up. The rifle is like a machine gun. It does like bursts of free. If you pick up that rifle and you're fighting those guys where the hostage was, it's very likely you're going to, within that 3-bullet burst, hit the hostage. So again, going back to the point I was making, be careful with the weapons you pick up because the game may trap you with weapons you don't want. Which to an extent I think also happens in Virtual Cop 2. Virtual Cop 3 fixed it because it lets you actually swap weapons in an inventory. That's a different story. I wish I could have streamed that game, but I couldn't for a few reasons. So now we're in the evil headquarters. And grenade throwers. There's the other light. One shot to that guy because watch out for the hostages. This part's hard. Accuracy doesn't really matter. Like, the game does keep track of a percentage of accuracy, but another technique in these games, if the game keeps track of accuracy but it's not actually worth points, then screw accuracy. Like, I shot deliberately, repeatedly, away from the enemy, kind of inching my way closer, just so I could actually try to nail the shot on that enemy. That part is really hard. Again, like they start being more interesting with the hostage placement in this level. Help me! Another bit funny too. You can see the hostage disappear on the left. Just disappears out of existence. Who knows what happened to him? Machine gun, I'll pick it up, sure, whatever. And then they just have a bajillion guys behind his desk. Like, okay. Like, it's like a clown car. We got the automatic here. You don't want that. Try to bring the automatic into this part. This is like probably the most difficult of the levels, the areas. I don't know. Don't shoot me! Like, get out of the way! I find it funny how in these games you got hostages that just kind of wave their arms and scream and just get in your way. I just found that funny. Okay. Probably should focus on getting some more justice shots. Oh, I missed that guy. That's fine. More bullseyes. I cannot get over how they call it bullseyes in this game. I prefer justice shots. Well, that part's hard because they try to force you to pick up a rifle and lose your automatic. Which isn't, again, it isn't the end of the world if you pick up the automatic, but kinda. It's nice, again, just to have a weapon that reloads less often. And there we go, we counter-stopped the game. That is the max number of points you can get in Virtual Cop 1. There we go. So there we go, there's the counter-stop. I think that was kind of a big deal back in the day when this game came out and people were trying to counter-stop the game. And now, like, everyone's kind of done it. It's definitely kind of lost its luster. Anyway, here's the final boss.
But now, you'll regret being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh no, it's the boss. Literally named boss. Shoot the left cannon that actually will fire bullets you can't avoid. Shoot the right cannon, and then shoot the middle. He's dead. Right? That's the end, right? That's totally the end. Oh, no, wait.
This chopper is all I need. I'm through with you two. Now you meet your
maker. This is the true final boss, Joe Fang, not to be confused with Wild Fang from Time Crisis. So you have to play the levels in order, easy, medium, and hard to actually fight him. And you do have to pay attention to those projectiles, because you do want to respect them. It can be annoying. So there's not really a time limit for the boss fight, so just shoot him. And don't be afraid to ignore gunfire, like ignore fire on him, because you have to focus on projectiles, like you kind of have to. And that's it. That's a no-miss 1cc of Virtual Cop 1. We're done. That is it. We have justice has been restored to Virtuous City, I guess. We have done it. There we go. Man. And all the Virtual Cop games are pretty clear-cut in their difficulties, so you can no-miss them. I'm not going to promise I'm going to no-miss every game I play. But I'll try my best. It was definitely good. I'm happy I pulled that off. And definitely when it comes to new light gun games and people wanting to get into the genre, I think Virtual Cop is definitely a great starting point. It's a simple game, but it's a fun one, and I'm happy Sega AM2 graced us with this game. It came out in 1994, I believe. Amazing graphics here. The evil corporation. Presented by Sega. Alright. There you go. And yes, I played this game a lot. Alright, well that's Virtual Cop 1, so I guess I'm going to transition here and we're going to play Virtual Cop 2 next, which is definitely a lot harder game, and we'll see how that game goes. That was fun. And the switch over.